Hi, I'm Vera.
Hi, I'm Christina. And this is really a cool conversation that Vera and I were just discussing, and we wanted to share it with you because there's a good example of this happening in the news lately. But it stems from a conversation that we were having with Angus years back in a session. And we had a friend that was going through, he was trying to get over a really negative experiences from his past. And he was really having a hard time with not focusing on a lot of negativity from the past. And when I was asking Angus about it in a session through Vera, he said, focus on something you hate too much, you become it.
That's it.
And I was really fascinated.
That fascinated me too. I was like, wow.
I never forgot that. And I really wanted him to elaborate on that a little bit more. And then in a recent session, we did ask him about that. And, you know, he had some interesting examples. And one of them is kind of like what's kind of going on a lot in the world today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially with a lot of people who, like, say, got to this country because they were immigrants. I mean, really, all of us except for Native Americans. You were pointing that out just earlier today when we were talking about
They're the ones that really should be here.
Right. So a lot of people, like, hate immigrants and, you know.
It's really bad. It's never been this bad in my whole existence. I mean, in my 64 years, I've never seen it so bad.
You know, and I have this really interesting example I wanted to share with you guys. I was having a conversation with a woman a couple years back, and she was a Dutch woman. She was from, you know, Europe, and when she was a little girl during World War II, she had some interactions with the Nazi Germans. She had so much hate for them. Well, as an adult, she came over to this country, and she still to this day, she has so much hate for all German people and immigrants. You guys, she herself came over. She's an immigrant, and she hates immigrants. And the fascinating thing about this, the reason that I'm using this as an example of what Angus said about becoming what you hate, she hates German people. I mean, I understand the Nazis and stuff, but even people like...
They had nothing to do with
anything. Okay, you guys,
anything.
my ancestors in the 1800s, the middle 1800s, some of them came from Germany. So but she's like, I hate all German people because she thinks that they're all like that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, should I tell her now or later, you know? But here's the funny thing. People in her apartment building, guess what they call her? A Nazi.
Oh my God, really?
Because she's so mean.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to say that was an example of a person becoming their hate.
Yeah.
You know? And so anyway, but yeah, so Angus was talking about that as an example of becoming what you hate. So it's like working through the negativity of what we might have experienced. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And not blaming a certain people for that, or a certain thing, or, you know,
or
whatever.
A gender, or some group of people, or what have you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because I know I had a neighbor that wanted me to, I don't know if this even makes sense with what we're talking about, but she wanted me to go to church with her, just, you know, to experience a different church. And the first thing I asked her is, I said, what is their belief about gay people? And then she goes, oh, it's not good. She goes, but you know, I just kind of don't pay attention to that. And it's like, I could not go in there. I can't sit through something like that and then not say something.
Yeah, because you even told her that you have
I have really good friends
that we know.
Yeah, that are gay, and they're wonderful human beings. Exactly.
Exactly. So, I mean, you know, and also I just wanted to mention too that when Angus was talking about it, it wasn't like, it didn't seem like it's a forgiveness thing, like, oh, you have to forgive everybody to not become hate or anything like that, because he's never said that. He's more been where, you know, you can forgive somebody if it's a forgivable act, but if they're committing atrocities towards people and that kind of thing, it's unforgivable. You don't have to do that.
Like the Boston bombers, could you ever forgive them? No.
Exactly.
Jeez.
But you know, it's more so of not letting it engulf us, you know, and
Yes,
and
becoming that hate.
Yeah, and not blaming it just because one person might have done something. It doesn't mean that all men are like that, or all women are like that, or all groups of, you know, whatever races or whatever are like that, or what have you, you know. So I thought that was an interesting example of not becoming hate is releasing it, you know, the best you can. And also one of the things you were saying in this session when we asked them was seeing other people's points of view and not just focusing on...
And not to get upset about it. Right. I'm prime example. I mean, whenever I heard that and I thought about it, it's like, oh my God, practice what you preach. You know, because I'm really intolerant of people that are not tolerant.
You know what?
I was doing the same thing.
But that's really fascinating because Angus said that the over theme for a lot of people in the age group, I wasn't sure exactly what age group he meant, but there's a large age group. Do you know which age group he was referring to? You said my age or older.
I think,
is that it?
If isn't it baby boomers?
The baby boomer age group, their over theme is?
Tolerance.
Tolerance, having to tolerate other...
Yeah. I thought we were more tolerant people. I thought
so too.
Yeah, I think it's the other generation, the one before us.
That makes sense.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because
like
that seemed like what
the Archie Bunker type generation.
Right.
Well, not that they're all Archie Bunker. That was a bad example, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, like back in the 50s or something like that. Because
Right.
I don't think baby boomers are as intolerant as our parents.
I agree.
Yeah. Not all parents, but some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we thought that was, you know, important to pass on, you know, to share with everyone that we want to focus as best as we can on, you know, the positive and
Yeah, and the solution.
Yeah, because that was another point you had.
Yeah. It's fruitless to just keep talking about what you hate. Fix it.
Yeah, what would be an idea to, you know...
Yeah, that's kind of scary, though, telling a skinhead to do that.
Yeah, right,
No.
right.
Yeah.
That's true.
But, you know, to become the solution in a positive way for everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was something that we just wanted to share because he had mentioned it, and we wanted to elaborate a little bit on not becoming what we hate, so focusing on the positive and releasing negativity.
And finding the solution to whatever it is that, you know, and even if it's a solution to, well, we're going to agree to disagree. You know, I know a lot of people don't like that, but it's true. It's like, I'm not going to put you down because you may have a different candidate there that you're endorsing than me.
Right.
Well, you're still a great person, you know, but a lot of people hate you for that.
I know.
You know, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah, and it's the thing of, you know, being able to put ourselves in other people's shoes, you know, and also be willing to seek each other's similarities instead of just differences, instead of holding on to fear, you know, and differences, what unites us.
Yeah, exactly.
Emotions and experiences and things like that. So anyway, we just wanted to share that with you, that message from Angus from the other side. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Keep your light on.
Keep your light on.
Bye.